Hi, Stephen here from Sound Divination Wave, and this is day 18 of the January daily draws. It's the midweek points. Let's see what kind of message we're going to get. And I'll be taking the first card from the Oriens Animal Tarot, followed by an oracle card from the Goddesses, Gods and Guardians oracle deck. So let's choose our first card and get the reading underway. Here we go. And today we will go there. And our card is the Knight of Swords. So, putting plans into action. We developed our plans. We've got our plans in place. We've perhaps realized that the opportunity is there from yesterday's Four of Cups. And we had the King of Cups at the beginning, didn't we? And then yesterday we had the King of Swords, sorry, and then the Four of Cups yesterday. So we were trying to get out of our emotions and everything and see the opportunity before us. And now perhaps we see that opportunity and we're taking hold of it and we're putting some plans into action. So this is very much the Knights are active. This is moving forward with our ideas, taking them, putting them into action, bringing things about, taking steps to accomplish our goals. So very good for this midweek point, I believe. So activity, acting upon our ideas, not just sitting on them and thinking about them, but actually putting them, acting upon them, putting even just small steps to put them into action, at least to begin to do that, to try and get some momentum with our ideas and see how they develop and how we can put them into practice, and see if they need adapting or adjusting a little. Maybe when we start acting upon them and putting things in place and doing things with those ideas, we realize that maybe the idea doesn't fully work with the way that we have it at the moment, but with a little bit of adjustment, a little bit of tinkering here and there, the core of the idea is still relevant, still going to be good, and we can work out through trying to putting action into it, taking steps, doing things on the basis of the idea. In reality, then we may begin to see just how feasible the idea is, and just how powerful the idea is. And as I say, and where necessary, we'll be able to see where perhaps it doesn't quite work fully the way that we've envisioned it and thought in our minds, and maybe we just need to adjust it just slightly, maybe even just adjust it, that the main part of the idea is still good, but to make it more practicable and actionable, we need to adjust it slightly. But we only become aware of that when we put it into practice. While it's in our heads, everything is possible and nothing is impossible, because you've got that's too. It's either going to work really wonderfully or it's not going to work at all. You've got this in your mind because it's all in theory. But it's only in putting into practice that you become to realize what kind of an idea it is and how you need to adjust it and to mold it into the reality in which you are living and the path that you're walking. So that's that. It comes by trying it out, not just sitting there and reflecting on it. Now's the time just to try it out, even if it's in a small way, even the beginning stage of it. And as we begin, sometimes we become aware of new parts of the idea will come in that will perhaps help it to become a reality. But it's only as we're trying it out in the practical world, in the world around us, by action, that becomes apparent. So there comes a point when we just have to go for it and see where it takes us and how it develops. And sometimes it'll work perfectly, sometimes it'll need just adjusting a bit, and sometimes we'll realize that maybe it's not the idea for now. it's not appropriate for the where we are at the moment, but we may need but we may need to just shelve it, because it may be for a time in the future. So we need to be thinking ahead. So maybe if we try it out and we're not quite ready for it yet, it's almost there, but we need to perhaps be in a different place further on down our life journey for it to be appropriate. But at least that we'll know that by trying it out, by starting. And then if that becomes apparent, we can always shelve it. We've got that idea, make a note of it somewhere so we don't forget about it and that it's not lost in the vaults of our mind, so that when the time does become right for it, we can bring it back out and try again. So what I'm saying is that whatever idea or plans you have, try it, start it, do it, and see how you go. See how you go. So, but it's time to do. It's time to take action. So, let's see which goddess, god, or guardian is going to bring some final advice. Okay, here we go. We'll go there. And who do we have? Mother Mary. Emotional healing. How does that apply? Well, maybe we've had an idea of how we can bring about some emotional healing. Maybe talk to somebody. Communication, part of the action. Sword is communication. So maybe we need to talk about it. Maybe we begin to talk about it, acknowledge it, and talk about it. And maybe that'll be part of the emotional healing that will come in. Or just taking a step to reflect and just be open to that healing. Do a healing ritual or something like that. Taking a step, writing down our thoughts and ideas and just getting them out can sometimes be part of that healing. But also, it can be communicating it, talking to a friend, or even taking professional help, depending on the emotional healing that's necessary. But the important thing is, what we've got to start doing is doing. We need to act. Okay, so that is the message for today. I'll be back tomorrow with day 19. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.